Hello, we are back live with Zimbo Live TV here in Crawley at the Black History Month celebration. And with me right now, I have Terence, who is the founder of this foundation. Terence, just tell us a little bit more about how this began, how you came up with this vision, and what you plan to achieve with creating this foundation.
Well, basically, it was I've lived in Crawley pretty much all my life, and since growing up here in Crawley, there hasn't been much activities for Afro-Caribbean people. Since UK, we celebrate Black History Month every October, so it was a perfect opportunity and a perfect platform for us to be able to do such things. It started off very small about 13 years ago, and slowly grown, and also the town has grown since. There's more Afro-Caribbean people in Crawley, and mixed race, interracial marriages, so I think it's something which we really needed to do. And now Crawley is now 20% 20% diversity in the whole of UK. So which means that small town, which is about 300,000 people in Crawley, the diversity side of things, which is so many different walks of life, are here in Crawley, and it's 20% in the whole of UK, which I think is really tremendous for people who live in Crawley. So where we're taking Black History forward is to try and go into schools so that we do a syllabus, and also I think educating people of our backgrounds. Because you know, I'm from Zimbabwe, grown up here. My dad used to work for the airline, and that's how I came here. And there's also other friends, family who've also come here. You got Mauritians, you got Gambians, you got Jamaicans, Sierra Leone, all of those, they are all here. So I personally think that this is the perfect place to be able to do that for.
Okay, and do you find that a lot of young people have, you know, per se lost their identity or don't know a lot about where they come from when they come to England and they grow up here?
I think that happens a lot because in England there is a culture, English culture, but then again, if you come from a country like our country, there is a culture which you have to follow, and I think that that's very important, especially if you're going to a different country, to start educating yourself or however emigrating whatsoever. And it's good to keep hold of that culture with you, because you never know when you're going to require it, or maybe you may go back home yourself, or even you might grow up in England and you decide that, hang on a minute, I want to try something else different. Where's my roots? You try and find the roots. Then your roots can be back in Zimbabwe, your roots can be back in Sierra Leone, it could be America, it could be anything. So it is really important for the youngsters to know where they come from and also learn from one another.
So Terence, we see the passion is there. How excited are you about the events of tonight?
And I'm really excited. I'm always excited right about this time of the year, because you get to meet different people. I get to understand what people say, and people, they start telling me that we want to do this, we want to do this. So we get ideas from what the Crawley people want. Not only just Crawley people. We are the biggest foundation to do with Black history in the whole of Southeast. Wow. We've kicked it off. So you guys coming is making it even better platform, and hopefully we can move that forward together.
Yeah. Well, it's a phenomenal piece of work that you guys are doing, and we really commend you for that. And just keep going, you know. It's really great that you want to educate the young people, not just the young, but all of us, you know, whether we're white, black, Asian, it doesn't matter. We all still need to be educated about the history of Black people. So thank you very much for your time, sir.
And one more thing we're doing is we're actually celebrating the life of Mandela and Dr. Maya Angelou. That's the whole celebration. That's the theme of this year. So our show today is Rise as One, like we've got on our t-shirts. So we're rising as one, is bringing people together and rising as one. And hopefully we'll rise as one in the show.
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much, Terence. Thank you for your time. Take care. Well, you heard from the man himself. He was the one who started this foundation, started the initiative, and what passion that he has for this Crawley Black History Month Foundation. It's an amazing piece of work. I'm now actually going to be joined by another one of the members of the committee. Hello, how are you? You're looking absolutely fabulous. I'm loving the green. So what does this t-shirt that you're wearing represent?
Well, it's Maya and Nelson Mandela together, and it's like a union, and if you look at the back, it's Rise.
Still I Rise.
That's obviously a quote from the poem, and we designed it that it'd be male and female. In fact, it's our first female image on the T-shirt, so we're really happy about that.
Yeah.
She was such a phenomenal lady. You know, we thought we had to do a collaborative idea and event.
And Terence has actually just told us that this whole year is, you know, themed around Nelson Mandela and Maya Angelou. Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct. It's like a union, and both of them working together in terms of unite. Last year our motto was unity, so this is almost carrying on the similar sort of theme with Rise.
And how did you manage to get involved in this foundation?
I'm one of the team, which and my role is media and marketing.
Okay.
So, but I've done a lot of that sort of thing before.
Yeah.
I've worked mostly in art fairs and VIP art fairs. Like I've got one next week or whatever. But a lot to do with how it's promoted and how we promote ourselves. And I just thought it was an exciting foundation in the local community that one can see people grow, especially in terms of our fashion show that you will see tonight. It's absolutely phenomenal.
I can't wait.
We've seen young girls come off the street and really bounce like true fashion models, and I am so proud to see that they can enter and access through the Black History Foundation and become real live models out there. And I've actually got them one or two great opportunities in the future. So that bit of it I'm really excited about.
You know, it's actually a great opportunity that you give the local community to actually get involved, you know, in the production of this, you know, the showcase that you do. How are they able to get involved? Is it posters?
We do a lot of engagement with the local community, and we have an education workshops that we go out to schools and colleges and local community groups where we actually look and teach them about Black history, and we do some lessons and workshops and stuff like that, so they're actually aware of Black history. So we do a lot of outreach, a lot of engagement with the local community, so that they make sure that they know what's happening and what's going on, and if they want to be involved, then they can actually do so. And it's so nice to see the young ones be involved in things that they may never have been involved with before, which is great.
You know, some people would associate Black history with Black people. Now, you know, do you get a lot of, you know, Caucasian and Asian and other you know, cultures involved?
Heritage, I suppose. Myself, and my heritage on my mother's side is Dominican, so it's Caribbean. So this year we've also wanted a lot of the Caribbean community to come and get involved, not only African but the Caribbean. And this is my first year to Trinidad and Tobago, and I was so pleased to go out there and see all of my heritage, as it were, from Trinidad, and also to go to Trinidad Museum and see how the ships and the boats sailed across from Africa and how the slaves were taken to Trinidad. Just learning about things like that, you know, how the Caribbean is also involved very much so in Black history and what happened there.
I think it's such an important part of history that is almost missed out in a lot of, you know, education within schools. And I think it's such a great thing that you guys are doing here in Crawley, and that, you know, I really hope that the rest of the South East do actually pick up and carry on what you guys are doing and start their foundations, because what you guys have done is absolutely amazing.
Thanks very much.
Absolutely amazing.
We're really proud of it.
Yeah.
We all work really hard, obviously, throughout the year, and we come up with themes and ideas, you know, that we can actually realistically put to the floor, and this year's been great. All coming together.
Well, thank you very much for having a little chat with us. Thank you so much, and honestly, keep up the great work. It's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure. This is absolutely phenomenal. It's always such a great opportunity to come to these events, mingle and meet with the people and the founders of what's actually been going on. It's so great to find out where the initiatives came from. But now I'm going to pass over to Vicky, who's actually got another interview lined up for us. So over to you, Vicky.
Right. Thank you so much for tuning into Zimbo Live TV. I'm with the lovely Marianne, and Marianne has been doing this for 13 years. You founded, one of the founders of Crawley Black History. Now, what is it all about before we even go further into, I mean, it's been 13 years, and 13 years is a long time for somebody to volunteer and give their time to this.
Well, when my grandson was born, I wanted him to know where we come from, so that he could have a sense of identity. So a few of us got together and formed the African Caribbean Association in Crawley, and that was actually the foundation of Crawley Black History Foundation, and that was 13 years ago.
Now that is a long time to stay in it and sustain it. Now, why would you do it? Was it a passion that you have, and what is the reason why you would wake up each morning and still volunteer and give your time to this?
I'm very passionate about community. I always have been. As a child, I was a Red Cross volunteer, so I've always done volunteering. And this is my passion. I go now into schools and talk about African and Caribbean culture for the next generation. And now I'm going into nurseries and teaching them. So each year, even when I get up and say, I don't want to do this anymore because I'm tired, when January comes, I'm like, you know what? No. What about the next generation? I've got to keep going. Keep going.
Now, your background, you are a Zimbabwean, and from Rusave, you were telling me, grew up in Harare, and then you've come into the country as well. How, in terms of the exchange from one place to another place and fitting in, and I mean, it's all about celebrating different cultures. How do you feel about all this?
I feel very strongly about it because obviously when I came to Crawley, we were only a handful of people of color. And what I really didn't like was people used to cross the road when I'm walking and grab their handbags, you know, protect their handbags. And I thought, you know what, we need to do something like this, about this, because the media does portray black people in a negative way. So we decided to do something and showcase the positive aspects of the African and Caribbean cultures. And this is how all this started.
Now, you've spoken about how the media portrays the black cultures really in a negative way. Is there something that as the media we can do to assist Crawley Foundation or Crawley Black History during this time and furthermore after this in how we portray young black people and just black people in general?
Absolutely. I think we don't need to wait for October only. It's throughout the year. If anything positive is happening, I find that it's very difficult for the media to pick up on it. But if something negative happens, a black child has mugged or stolen whatever, it's front page news. So I think we need to redress. We need to keep pointing out to the media that this is not fair. We had a great event and we invited you and you didn't come, and yet when it's something negative you are there. So we really need to keep, we are working on it because we don't want it to be an October celebration only.
Now for tonight, what are your hopes, any goals that you want to achieve and anything you're looking forward to in terms of tonight, the whole event?
The whole event is my gumboot dancers that I've been teaching for the last 6 weeks. We've recruited members of the community, including the mayor and his wife, and this is a first. So they are going to be dancing on the show, and I just hope they remember their steps and they remember to smile and enjoy, and I hope they will always remember this in their lifetime, especially the young ones.
Marilyn, thank you so much for talking to us, and I hope today is going to be very great for you and for the kids. I can't wait to see them.
Thank you, and I hope my grandchildren will always remember this. And thank you for coming to join us here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now we're going to take it back to Chisola, and she's going to talk to more of you. But however, tonight is a brilliant night, a night of celebration. We've got from the young to the oldest. They're all here to celebrate one thing. It's Black History Month today, and Crawley is doing it in a big way.
I am here with the mayor of Crawley. It's an absolute privilege and an honour to be here with the mayor and her husband as well, Jim, who's joined her today. Thank you so much for being here to attend this amazing event. It's absolutely fantastic that you guys support such great things happening in Crawley. I mean, how do you feel about what's going on?
Well, it's a fantastic event, and I think it's a combination of the Black History Month here in Crawley, and I'm just so proud as the mayor of Crawley that we can do it. There are not many towns that could put on an event like this, and especially in the south of England, and Crawley does it, and it puts Crawley on the map. We're a very diverse community here in Crawley, and it's absolutely amazing that different communities can, take to the front and do these things. And we've all got so much to learn. There's so much that all of us can learn about each other, And this is one of the ways of doing it. But with all the children here and the families coming in, I can see it's going to be a fantastic evening.
Yeah, it's such a great opportunity to get together with the family, the young ones, the older ones. It's such a great opportunity for everyone to learn a little bit about the history that we celebrate today. And also, one other thing I was actually going to ask you. You've obviously, been in Crawley for a little while. So how have you seen the population, diversified over the years?
Oh, it's changed from the original concept. I came here in 1958,
Wow.
as did many families out of London from after the war. I came as a teenager with my family, and we settled in Crawley. And gradually, all the cultures from the world have joined us.
Yeah.
People say, well, I'm a migrant. We're all immigrants into Crawley. Every one of us. There's very, very few people who were born here. So it's what makes Crawley the great place it is, because everybody has come, everybody's settled, and everybody plays an enormous role, not just in the social side of the town, not just in putting on events like this, but actually how the town works, how that everything gels together, because without all of our different communities, Crawley just would not happen.
It's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's such a privilege to be here again with Terence, Jim, and the mayor's husband. It's just absolutely phenomenal. It's such a great opportunity that we have to be together and celebrate this joyous occasion of Black History Month. Thank you so much for stopping by with us. Thank you so much for having a little chat.
Thank you very much.
And I hope you enjoyed the rest of your
forward to it.
evening.
We
I
will.
really do.
Thank you very much.
Take care. We're going to be heading back over to Vicky, who's now...
Right, I'm back here, and I've got the Councillor Lenny Walker. So how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Yeah.
I mean, first of all, thank you for coming to this event. It's wonderful to see councillors coming to support.
Yeah, no, it's a real pleasure, a real honour, and I think it's important for someone like myself, to be entrenched in the community. I think it's really important for our community to be engaged and be engaging.
Now, as a councillor as well, you've come today, and today's all about Black History Month celebration. What is your take on, first of all, just the Black History Month celebration that goes on, and the fact that people are coming together to celebrate that and say, look, we are Black, we're proud. There's also an empowerment going on.
I think it's extremely important, especially in a town such as Crawley, with an ethnic minority population of about 20%, which is unusual for this country. I think it's brilliant, and as you can see, although it's about Black history, this is probably one of the most multicultural events. So it's not just about Black history; it's about conveying the Black history message to the wider community, and which I think is extremely important. I do believe that we should be empowered more as a community. We're quite a mature community within this town and in the country, but I do feel that we have an age now where we need a bit more empowerment, a bit more support, and to engage. We need more figureheads, more representatives, such as our chairman, to step forward and be recognised.
So in terms of saying that, what would you say to the team that's been working hard, especially the guys in the foundation? I mean, it takes a lot for somebody to volunteer and not get paid, but still give their whole heart into this. What would be your encouragement to those that want to give into the community?
Yeah, I think it's they're real unsung heroes. I deliberately didn't get involved in being a volunteer because I wanted to be able to help from my position as a councillor. But I see the extraordinary amount of work that goes on. It's not just about Black History Month, it's all year. It's the amount of work that goes on all year, culminating in this month. And, hopefully going forward, I would like to see it not just being Black History Month, but throughout the year. And I will try and do everything I can do locally as a councillor to try and help them achieve that, because it's extremely important for the children. Coming from Jamaica myself, and I have children that have mixed heritage. It's so important for that message, the history, to continue to be taken into the schools, so that we have a more cohesive community, not just in Crawley but throughout the UK. So the work that they do is extremely, extremely important, and I know as a councillor I will support them as much as I can do.
Brilliant. Now, Councillor Walker, on a lighter note, what is one thing you're looking forward to tonight? I mean, tonight there's so many things that are happening, from the youngest to the oldest. There's music. What's the one thing you're looking forward to tonight?
Do you know what I think is extremely important to break down barriers? Is seeing the intergenerational mix. So young and old having a great time together. You know, sometimes the youngsters feel, I wouldn't say intimidated, but they don't feel as if they could engage with the older community, and vice versa. Sometimes the older generation think, oh, they may feel intimidated by youngsters. To see everybody coming together, having a great time, having some nice music, some dancing, having a really, really good time, you know, and to those that from perhaps not from a black background, joining in as well, and everybody having fun. That's what I'd like to see from tonight.
Brilliant. Councillor Walker, thank you so much for talking to us.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and have a good evening tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, we're going to take it back to Chisola, but I can hear some drum beat going on tonight, and I'm sure these guys are having fun, and already it's actually young kids who are actually on it, and it's really, really exciting. I wish you were here. If you're not here, it's fine. Tell your friends, tell your family to tune to Zimbo Live TV. Join us and celebrate tonight with us. Back to you, Chisola.
Hello, and we are back here in Crawley at the Black History Foundation event, and I have been joined by the lovely Chris, who is from the cabinet of Crawley. Is that correct? That's correct. So what is your actual title and what do you do?
It sounds very official, but it's not really. It's Cabinet Member for Community Engagement, which looks after all the community groups. We look after funding and supporting as many community groups as we can in Crawley.
Ah, okay. So does that mean that if I was to start up a community group in Crawley, that I would come to you and look for some sort of kind of grant or funding or support and help in getting it set up? Would you guys be able to enable me to do that?
Exactly. That's what it's there for.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is, I mean, community is the lifeblood of Crawley, and we've got so many different community groups, you know, right across the spectrum. And so what we're trying to do is make sure that we sort of nurture, help, support. When Terence and all the team set up Black History Foundation in Crawley a few years ago, is making sure that they've got the support they need, and you know, there's various different skill sets that we have at the council that we can support many groups like Black History Month, and really make sure they grow and succeed.
So, on average, how many applications would you say that you do get?
Now, aren't it? We literally get hundreds a year.
Okay.
So we have a pot of money which is just over £600,000, and that money has to be proved to be, you know, to have various official sort of targets, and to make sure that they deliver the projects they promise to deliver. So it's very hard at the moment because the whole voluntary sector has huge issues with capacity. There's basically not enough people out there, and in Crawley it's probably the same sort of 600-700 people that do all the different community events and all the different community groups. So what we're trying to do is grow that capacity, because it's getting a little bit older now, so a lot of people are retiring, and we need the new generations coming now to sort of take up the mantle.
So how many of these groups would you say that get rejected on average?
There's not actually that many.
Okay.
What we try and do is work with the groups. So if somebody sends in an application that maybe isn't you know, what we're looking for, we'll work with them to sort of see what their aims are, what our aims are as a town and as a council, and try and work together to make sure that they deliver the kind of group or event or theme week that's going to benefit as many people in Crawley. You know, if somebody puts in a group for one person to do one thing, it's going to benefit one person in Crawley, we probably wouldn't look favourably on that.
Yeah.
It's actually getting the maximum benefit because obviously times are tight with money. You know, we've got a decent amount of money every year that we can work with these groups and support as many people as possible in the town.
Yeah, okay. So you guys actually do quite a good job for the community, really.
That's nice to hear, thank you. Not often you hear that as a politician, but no, it's all right. No, it's no. We a lot of us. I'm Crawley born and bred. I'm really passionate about town. I worked in the community groups from when I was about 12 or 13. I was involved in all sorts of, from Crawley Life Saving Club to the Swimming Club, Cub Scouts, all those. So it's all these groups at the moment that, you know, we're looking at the council at the moment to see, rather than keep charging people rent all the time and making money out of the community groups, is how we can support those groups. They can bring down their rent and their bills, and so they can pass those savings on for the subs, for the membership fees and stuff like that. So it's looking at innovative ways all the time that we can basically make as many community groups grow as fast and as quick as possible.
So I heard you speak a little bit about your aims as a council. So throughout this year, what have kind of been your aims to get out of like the communities and the community-like groups?
It's really, like I said earlier, that the last couple of years with all the various cuts and council budgets have been absolutely slashed by the government, is actually making sure that the community groups don't suffer because of it. There was you might remember the Big Society a few years ago, which kind of sort of fallen on its knees a little bit, because it's fine asking voluntary groups to do all the work for you, but unless there's the people there to do it and they get the support from the council or from the government, then they're never going to succeed. So, our aims definitely are to make sure that we fill in the gaps where it's needed, but also making sure the community groups that exist in the town. And we have Black History Foundation, we have the Irish Festival, we have the Crawley Mela, we have all these fantastic events and groups every year, but they're really finding it hard. Sponsorship's down, the membership's down as well, because people are working longer hours, they don't have enough time to give to voluntary work. So it's just trying to get that balance. It's difficult times, but as you've seen tonight, when it works really well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's a good thing they have you on their side, Chris, fighting the battle for them. Well, no, it's been an absolute pleasure. It was a delight to meet you as well. Continue, to work for the good, because I know that's what you're doing. And it's been absolutely great. So thank you very much for just stopping by and having a little chat. Thank you very much. So guys, you've heard from the man himself, the politician. It was Chris. Absolutely outstanding work that they're doing here in Crawley, and they continue to do. And I think from now we're actually going to continue. I don't know whether you heard quite some of the loud music that was going on just a second ago as me and Chris were doing the interview. That was the Pathfinder drummers who are actually just walking in now with their drums. Don't know whether we can get a clip of them walking in with their drums. They've got the drums coming in, the big drums, small drums, and they were doing a really big piece outside, looking really smart in their uniform as well. They're looking top notch. These guys are from the Pathfinder Club in Crawley. Again, some of them that work towards different community things. So they were doing a fantastic job outside, introducing others, introducing people, welcoming people into the theatre tonight. We're starting to see the theatre actually pack up now. You've got different stalls around. We've got people visiting the different stalls. We've got the Tanzanian clothes store. We've got the little kids store. We've got face painting. It's getting really exciting tonight. It's getting really exciting. So we're now actually going to be heading over to Vicky Storm, who's actually going to be continuing with the interviews on the other side. So over to you, Vicky.
Right. Joining me now is actually Mrs. Chimera. She's got boys and are the girls in your team as well. Yeah. How have you guys? You started off. You opened up today. How was that? How's the feeling of opening up?
Well, I think it was really good, and it was really interesting to be opening the Black History event.
Yeah. And what's your name?
My name's Aidan.
And you are?
Kuda.
Now, tell me about what's Pathfinder all about.
Well, Pathfinders it's a club for ages 10 to 15, and it's all about having fun while learning more about Jesus. So
I can't join.
You can join, but it's mainly focused for 10 to 15-year-olds.
I can pretend to be 14 and a half.
Well, you can come in and help us with your skills, because we're looking for people with specific skills. Because we work for badges, the children, the young people are working for different badges. So if you have specific skills, you can really be useful in the club. So we're looking for people in the community with specific skills. And the other thing about our Pathfinder Club is that we start from the age of 4, and we're trying to groom our children to be independent, to look after themselves. We're trying to help them to fit into the society. So it's an open club for anybody. We don't, it's not specific about a certain group, but it's welcome and it's welcoming everybody. And want to invite everybody in Crawley who wants to participate. It could be an adult, it could be a child. All your skills will be useful. We've got our drumming and marching band, and this is our leader here. You might want to say something.
Who's the leader? You're the leader. Now, Kola, tell me a bit more. You mentioned that you also learn about Jesus as well in the Bible. Tell me a bit more about that.
Well, just
You want to come closer to me?
well, it helps. It helps us learn more about Jesus, and it gets us closer, and it helps us. But Jesus, when Jesus comes, He will lift us to heaven as well.
Okay, brilliant. Do you guys enjoy what you're doing then?
Enjoy it a lot, yeah.
Now, I would love to see what you guys do. I mean, at the beginning you did open, but you've expressed that you'd love to have done something now. And I don't know, I think everyone else, the rest of your team has disappeared. They were right near us and they've gone all the way down there. But but it doesn't matter. We'll probably catch up next time. So how can people get hold of you?
Okay. We meet in 3 bridges, and we're using the 5th Crawley Scouts hut. They've been kind to us to allow us to share their building with us, because they believe that whatever we're doing is going to benefit our young people in the community. So we are really thankful to the 5th Crawley Scouts. It's close to the 3 Bridges Community Hall, and they can contact us on 0788 6279 833. And they can go also to our website, the Holy Gatwick website online, and contact us there as well. So we have fun, we go camping. Recently went to America for 2 weeks and we had a lovely time. We've also been to Holland this year to do some amazing things.
Do you travel? Do boys travel as well?
Yes, they went to America. Yeah. Do you want to say something about America?
Okay, how was America? Did you enjoy?
America was really good.
All right, we apologize for that. Right, come closer and give us how was America? How did you guys find it?
Yeah, America was really good. We got to do lots of different things. We got to stay in Chicago, and we had a really good experience there.
Right, I'm really jealous. I wish I was 14 and I'll join the band as well. But thank you very much for talking to us, and all the best for tonight. So I hope you enjoy yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, we are going to cut back to Chisola, and when we come back, we've got more people to talk to, more people to say hi to, and like I said, tonight is all about celebrating Black History Month, and this is the Crawley Foundation. My name is Vicky, and we're giving it back to Chisola.
Hello, we are back live here in Crawley at the Hall Theatre, and I have with me Leslie, hi Leslie, it's great to have you with us, who is actually part of the NHS
Retirement Fellowship
Group. Now, I've actually never heard of this before, so it's actually quite interesting having a little chat with Leslie before about what this actually is about. So, Leslie, could you just give us a brief couple of sentences about what the NHS Retirement Group actually is?
Yes, we're a group of people that have worked for the NHS that have retired, and it's a social group. There's lots of activities. We're a local branch at Crawley. We meet on the 3rd Tuesday of every month between 2 and 4 o'clock at Crawley Hospital. And it's a social event, so everybody gets together and we have speakers, or we might have a discussion, or we go out for a coach trip. We've got Christmas lunch coming up. And we're trying to recruit new members because there's a lot of elderly people in our group, and we want a bit of young blood to get things going again and revitalise the group.
Oh, lovely. So, do you have to be retired to be a member of the group?
You do.
Okay. So I couldn't join?
No, you're too young.
Okay. Okay, so when you say, it's social, it's fun, is it a chance for you to meet other people that have worked within the NHS at any stage of their life? So it doesn't mean that they have to have worked in it for all of their life, but just up to, if they worked in it for a couple of years or a year or so, at some point in their life and have now retired.
Yes, that's right. They can be a porter, a nurse, a doctor, secretary, whoever has worked for the NHS, they're welcome to join.
Oh, so you don't have to be like a doctor or a nurse?
No, anybody that's worked for the NHS.
Okay. And where could someone that would be looking to join find more information about what you guys do and what day you meet and where you meet?
Right. You can Google the NHS Fellowship Group. And it will give you the address of head office, and they will put you in touch with our branch, or you can contact our chairman, which is Irma Stewart, and her phone number is 07582 480321, or you can contact her on the web, so amista@talktalk.net.
Oh, lovely. You've got all the information to hand. So what's your favourite aspect of the group, Leslie?
I think it's just getting together and socialising and meeting other people, and everybody's got a story to tell. And we have some quite interesting speakers, and it's just a nice afternoon. It's only for a couple of hours, and it's very friendly.
Yeah. Do you feel that it's harder to meet people as you get older and as you've retired and stuff? You've already made all your friends. You're not really bothered about making any new friends. So do you feel that this is like an easy way for you to just be able to kick back, relax, and be with like-minded kind of people?
Yes, I think a lot of people in the NHS have all got stories about what they did and where they worked, and of course everybody's got their stories, so that brings people together.
Yeah, lovely. Well, it's absolutely lovely to meet you, Leslie. Absolutely lovely to talk to you. Guys, this just continues to get better and better as the evening goes on, and we're actually now going to be handing over to Vicky, who is live on the other side. So over to you, Vicky.
Right. Joining us still, you're still live on Zimbo Live TV, and with me here I've got Linda and Matthew. Guys, how are you doing tonight?
We're very well, thank you.
Matthew, how are you?
Yeah, very good, thanks, very good.
Now, when I first came in, I was telling you guys, when I first came in, someone told me to go to the right, to the back, and when I got there, it was all about health stuff. I mean, what is this health thing all about today?
Well, we're from a local church, Hawley Seventh-day Adventist Church, and we feel quite strongly that health is a gift, it's a blessing, and we just want to really help people to take steps to enhance their health, to enjoy better health, better quality of life.
So what are the few things that you guys have been offering today? I know there's a few tests that you've been offering as well and advice as well. What are those kind of things?
Okay, well, first of all, we're giving people some nutritional advice, giving them some tasters of some healthy foods, just trying to help people incorporate more healthy foods into their diet. We're also offering some free cookery classes. People like to eat healthily, but I think they don't really know how to do it sometimes.
I wouldn't know how to do it.
Well, you need to come to our healthy cookery classes. They're all free. They're going to be held here in the Crawley area. And then in addition to that, we also have some actual health checks, so people can have their blood sugar checked, their blood pressure checked. Speaking of which, we actually have a blood pressure kit here.
So I know you guys brought me one. Should I go on?
I think you're going to have to. I think so.
All right, I think we're going to have to. And then in the meantime, I want to know how we can find you. Shall I give you my hand then? Okay. And I'll let you be the next to it. Right, I would say don't try this at home, but this is safe, right?
Ideally, you'll be sitting down, but it's okay. We'll try it while you're standing.
So whilst she's doing that, and whilst everybody's watching now, where can we find more information about you guys?
Okay, you can go to our website, which is www.hawleychurch.org. And that tells you about our ministries. It has the address of our church. Don't get stressed, or it will give you an inaccurate reading. Stay calm. People can find all information about our ministries, who we are, where we are on the website. We come down here to the Wharf a couple of times a year. So if you're in town around August for the Crawley Mellow next year, please stop by. We'll be happy to give you a bit of a health MOT. How's it feeling?
Do you know what? It's just gone down. It's like, am I really that bad?
Okay.
Are we safe to tell the whole world where I stand?
All right, let's go for it. Okay. According to British Heart Foundation, the recommended it's 120/80, but yours right now is slightly higher. Do you want me to say? Okay, it's slightly higher.
Okay. Well,
and it's because you've been busy, and also it's being done on TV. So I guess it gets to be. They call it white collar syndrome.
So I have to sort it out then.
Well, I would say when you're relaxed, try and get it done, checked again.
Okay.
And if it's still high, maybe you need to go and see your GP.
Okay. Right. You guys have had something. I've tried it, and I've got a few tips. I do need to see my GP and get myself sorted. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Now, you guys are also here celebrating Black History Month Foundation celebration going on tonight. What's your take on the whole celebration going on tonight?
Well, it's just lovely to have so many people down here just looking to celebrate a culture. And the thing that makes me very happy is it's not just black people who are here to celebrate Black History Month, but as I'm sure your cameras will no doubt pick up, there's just quite a cross-section of certainly the Crawley community that are here to just learn, enjoy spending time with one another, eat good food, see some good sights. So yeah, we're happy to be a part of the celebration.
Brilliant. Matthew and Linda, thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'll get myself checked out.
Sort it out. No worries. Thank you.
Now, you're home and you're thinking, what? She's got high blood pressure. Probably you have the same thing. Remember, get yourself checked out. It's important to be healthy. It's important physically healthy, and as well the things that you eat. These guys can help you out. So whenever you want to need help and you're in Crawley, check them out. We are still live on Zimbo Live TV. My name is Vicky Storm, and I'm going to hear what Chisola's got to do.
Thanks, Vicky. I'm now back here live on the red carpet. I have here with me Hayley, who is actually in charge of the School of Dance here in Crawley. Now, Hayley, give us a little smile. Let's see the T-shirt. It's lovely. I'm loving the pink. Thanks for joining us here today. So just tell us a little bit more about what you do. What does the School of Dance involve and entail? And when can you join the School of Dance?
Well, we're Chenela School of Dance, based in Crawley at the Holy Trinity School in Gossips Green. We do ballet, modern, tap, jazz, street, contemporary, we do it all. And it's from 18 months upwards and all the way up through to adults.
Oh, wow. So if, you know, I wanted to bring my mum along, could I bring her along?
Yeah, bring her along to a bit of our adult tap and maybe a bit of Pilates.
Yeah,
and we also do Insanity as well.
Oh, brilliant. And
for the super fit.
And how long have you guys actually been running?
We've been running now for 5 years.
Okay.
We were started off as a small group at the leisure centre, and then we started to grow. So I decided to branch out, and now that we've actually got 2 other teachers working for us as well, so we're growing from strength to strength, enjoying after school dance clubs as well in lots of the primary schools, and we keep going from strength to strength and doing performances like this. It's great fun.
Yeah. So where else would you guys do performances? Is it?
We've done Her Majesty's Theatre up in London. We also we have performed at Sadler's Wells Theatre as well at the competition with the Cicchetti Ballet, and all around the area.
Yeah. And was it you that actually started the initiative for Chenela School
It
of
was,
Dance?
yes. It's from me. I am Hayley Chenela.
Makes sense.
So it's grown from there. I've been dancing since the age of 3, had a love, passion for dance, and I went off to university, did my dance degree, came back and thought, I really want to teach. So it grew from there, and like I say, started off small and we just keep growing. It's been fantastic, absolutely love it.
That's been amazing, but the way that you've grown since you started 5 years ago just seems phenomenal. It seems like it's a real big hit here in Crawley.
We're one big happy family. We all get on so well together. The parents are so supportive, and all the children get on so well together. Everyone feels as part of the family.
Yeah, it seems like such a great community base, and it seems like such a great stepping stone for all the kids to start in dance and to build friendships as well.
Definitely, and unfortunately many of our seniors can't actually join us today because they're off dancing with English Youth Ballet, with dance companies in London, and they've already been pre-organised, so unfortunately we haven't been able to have them, but we've got a larger group of our sort of core dancers, our jazz dancers, that would have loved to have been here today, but unfortunately they're already busy performing somewhere else, but you've still got us here.
Yeah, you have quite a busy bunch then.
We do indeed.
Well, it's absolutely great to have you here. I can't wait to see, the performance later on today as well. Yeah, no, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely great. It's a pleasure. Oh, it's been fantastic. It was great for having Hayley. It was great for having Hayley with us here today. And now we're actually going to head back over to Vicky Storm, who's going to continue the interview process for us.
Thank you, Chisola. I'm sure you're having great fun over there. Now, I've got someone very interesting. I mean, we've been talking to the older people, talking to different people, but I've got someone very young, and it's interesting to have somebody young and here to represent all young people, and is Hadid. And Hadid is the youth mayor of Crawley. Hadid, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling very good, especially seeing all the people here from all different cultures and backgrounds, so really good.
Hadid, which culture are you from? What country are you from?
I'm actually from all over the Middle East, but my mom's from Pakistan, but my dad's from England, so.
And then as a youth mayor, Are you able to work with a lot of, I suppose you work with a lot of young people that come to you and either speak to you or go to the council. What do you normally do with young people?
Well, we ask what they want, and we try to find the best solution, which is available to them, and which we can make available to them, and try to help them in any way possible.
And how long have you been youth mayor for?
Since June.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes, it's actually very fun because it's really because you meet lots of people from different backgrounds, and you meet lots of interesting people and lots of different cultures.
So what are you looking forward mostly tonight? I mean, we've got from whether it's music or the food or the dancers. What's the one thing you're waiting for tonight?
I'm not sure. I've been hearing from people that every year they say that every year the show is very great. So I'm kind of interested forward to that.
We have young kids doing gumbo dancing, and my favorite Kanda Bongo Man is going to be singing. So hopefully you're going to enjoy all that.
Yes, it all sounds very fantastic, but yes, can't wait for it.
All right. Hadi, thank you so much for talking to us, and I hope you're going to enjoy the evening.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me. And okay.
Right, before we take it to Chisola, I hope you guys are enjoying tonight. Like I said, if you're with your family and friends, thank you so much for tuning into Zimbo Live TV. If not, or some of your friends are not watching, remember, text them, give them the link to tell them to come online and watch and celebrate with everybody tonight on the Crawley Black Month History celebration tonight. I mean, it's full of life, it's full of energy, it's full of people who are here to all celebrate and have so much fun. I mean, I've seen every different age tonight, so we are definitely looking forward to it. I'm going to have Hadid say goodbye to Hadid, and you can enjoy your night.
Good night to you, and I hope you have a good day to you as well.
All right, thank you so much. Cheers. Now, as we carry on tonight, hopefully we're going to have some few people talking to us as well. But you know what? We want to hear what the guys who are actually here tonight, who are here to witness and celebrate, I want to hear their views as well. So at some point, we'll be able to get them to say hello. If not, remember to go to Crawley Foundation. They've got a website, Crawley Foundation website. Google them. Go online and see what they do, not just for today only, but for events that are ongoing each time. And they come together to celebrate not just today, but a lot more for Crawley. So if you're a Crawley person, remember, go online and check for that. If not as well, you can go at Zimbo Live TV. You get more information on Crawley. If you've got that information, you can contact them that way. Remember, you're watching this through Zimbo Live TV. Tweet to us. Tell us how you're finding the night. Some of you are having a really brilliant time, and thank you for your messages that keep coming. Now, Chisola and I are having such a wonderful, wonderful moment, and I do hope that by the end of tonight, we have spoken to a lot of other people that are here to celebrate with us. It's going to be very, very interesting. I know I'm going to ramble on, but let me tell you, my excitement is real. I'm ready for Kanda Bongo Man. I mean, as a kid, if you remember, for some of you, when you were very young, and we waited, and we watched on our TV screens, and we danced to all his music. But tonight, we have the opportunity to meet, we have the opportunity to watch him play live with his band. So, my name is Vicky Storm, and we are just going to go on a short break, and then we'll be back.
Thanks, Vicky. What an evening we have had here on the red carpet live in Crawley. It has been absolutely amazing. You know, we've seen so much variety. We've seen so many different backgrounds, so many different cultures. We've seen so many different people. We've met so many VIPs. It's just been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. You can see that people are slowly starting to move into the main auditorium because it looks like the program will actually be beginning very shortly. But before we go to be with them there, we just want to have a short roundup of what we've been doing out here on the red carpet with the interviews and actually with the Pathfinders who are doing the drumming outside. It was such a privilege to have them with us here. They made the entrance just extra special. They gave us the extra little bang that we needed. It was great. It was a difference, you know. I don't think a lot of people have seen such a way to enter into a theatre performance. You know, they really showed us how it was done. It's been absolutely great. I'm looking forward to seeing so much going on inside today. So many different acts lined up. We've got Egyptian dancers. We have the dance team that do ballet, tap, jazz. We've got some musicians, we've got some actors, we've got so much in store before our actual main special guest. And we are excited to see him. I don't know how much Vicky has said about him. I don't know how much you've heard about him, but we're excited to see him perform tonight. I don't know whether to spoil the surprise, but I'm going to keep you in suspense. If you've only just joined us on live TV, I'm going to keep you in suspense as to who this special guest is going to be. And right now, it's just been absolutely amazing. The atmosphere here is incredible. People are so friendly, so warm. It's been great to meet so many people from the community and see how much of an influence they actually have, you know, within the society that they live in. It's great to see so many people willing to get involved in what actually takes place here in Crawley. And for those of you who don't actually know, Crawley is actually quite close to Gatwick. So we're looking towards, you know, the west, I think it's southwest of England side. But it's actually quite close to Gatwick Airport. And it's not London. We're on the outskirts, but they've got such a great community base that things like this need to filter down into London so that London can get the same buzz about community and about the work that they do. And right now, I'm going to invite Miss Vicky Storm to come join me on the red carpet. Hey.
Now, how has been tonight?
Listen, it's just absolutely amazing. It's just incredible. It's incredible how so many people actually want to get involved with the community.
Yeah.
And so many people do it for free. It's voluntary.
I mean, I spoke to the founder of Crawley Black History, and she began 13 years ago. 13 years ago, and she doesn't get paid, but it's how each and every single day when the year starts, she just sit down and plan ahead, and she's still going on, and she says, well, I'm 13 years and she's going strong, and I thought that's just big. That's incredible. It's incredible.
It's absolutely amazing how people will give up so much of their time to actually just help the community and to bring the community together. It's such a great sense of unity, and I honestly just wish this could like filter to like everywhere, like around the UK. It's absolutely amazing. It's been great. Who else have you been speaking to?
I spoke to a youth mayor.
Oh,
He's
great.
so sweet. He's very sweet. And I thought for as a young person to be here, he's here today and he's joining. I think he's quite interested in seeing a lot of things. His first time here as well. And I just thought that's quite interesting. But there's one thing that we haven't spoken about, you and I haven't spoken about today. And
I was actually talking about this before you came.
Okay, I didn't talk about it, and I thought I want to say food. All I can smell is the food. And I'm like, I haven't heard anything. As usual, we go out.
That's not what I was thinking of.
Okay, there's something else. I can
There's
guess.
something
Let me
else.
guess.
There's something else.
Is it Kanabungaman?
Oh, you gave it away. I said I was going to keep it a surprise until Vicky came. So for those viewers who have actually just, you know, locked it in, it's Kanda.
Kanabungaman is coming.
He's coming.
He's already here, and hopefully we're going to speak to him by the end of tonight, by the end of the show. If not, but we should, hopefully. The other good thing is I can't wait to dance. I mean, when I was a kid, I was telling them, I remember being a kid and watching him on TV. And I never imagined I'd ever be watching him perform live. And so if you're home, it's a shame.
But it's okay. You can still dance with us at home. You can still dance with us at home.
We're dancing. Now, I saw you also spoke to the mayor, which is incredible to have them come and embrace and endorse this as well.
Amazing. You know, she just feels so privileged that you know, Crawley are doing such a great work together, and they're working together. And you know, she's been here since 1958, if I remember correctly. So she's been here
before me and you were formed.
Before we were born. That's what I mean. She's been here for such a long time, but she still continues to strive and to love the community and to love the community spirit that we have here in Crawley.
Yeah. Another thing I enjoyed tonight is a different culture mixes. From the Zimbabweans to the Tanzanians, the Zambians are here. I mean, even me and you, it's just a cultural thing going on, isn't it?
And the Zim and the Zam. No, the Zam and the Zam.
You know?
The Zim and the Zam.
You don't even know where you're from now. But that's how beautiful it is. And there's so much artwork that's all over the place. I got myself checked by an SDA church, and they do health checks, and I got myself checked, yes. Unfortunately, yes, I was checked to have a high blood pressure.
So you're not as healthy as you think you are.
Well, I guess it's where all the food comes in.
Well, that's brilliant that the SDA Church were doing those health checks over there. It's such an important part. Again, a lot of people don't actually realise how unhealthy they are. They think they're eating well, or they think they're not, you know, they think they're exercising, but really and truly their body and their BMI does not match up. So that's one thing to do. Get yourself checked out, guys.
I really do hope, I hope they do. I thought I was okay because I think I'm small,
You're
I'm okay.
slim, you know.
I eat and then it's like that, but it's not really like that. It's very, very, very important.
Okay.
But you know what? It's starting now, and
we're heading into the main auditorium.
And we can't wait. So viewers at home, stay tuned in.
Stay tuned.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go.